Now next see the definition of a component. For that definition, we first revise the definition of connected graph. A graph G is said to be connected if there exists a path between any two vertices of graph G. The component means nothing but it is maximally connected subgraph, or equivalently we see that the definition of component graph, a connected subgraph C of graph G is called as component, or a maximal connected subgraph of a graph G is called as component of graph G. That is, a maximally connected subgraph of given graph G is called as a component. Component itself is a connected graph. If graph G is disconnected, then there exists more than one component, since a component itself is connected. That is, in each component there exists a path between any two vertices of that component G. Consider the example for this graph G. In that graph G, let us take that the vertices, these are the vertices of graph G, and now we see that from the that vertices, suppose this vertex and this vertex, there does not exist an path, or suppose this vertex and this vertex, there does not exist an path. Therefore that graph G is disconnected graph. Now in that graph G, we consider a maximally connected subgraph of graph G. That maximally connected, it is this is an 1, it is maximally connected, since in that any two vertices of that graph G there exists path, it is connected. This single vertex is itself a connected, that is 2. This subgraph is connected 3, and this subgraph is connected, this is 4. Therefore there are exactly sorry, by printing mistake, there are 4 connected subgraphs, that is 4 component of a graph G, and there are more than one component. Therefore we directly see that the graph is disconnected. Also see the next example. In that next example, consider the graph. These are the vertices 1 2 3 4 5 6. Now look at the whether this graph is connected or not. Suppose this is vertex A, this vertex is B, but there does not exist a path between AB, since we starting from A, then go here, then go here, then go here. That is, this is we cannot find a path between these two vertices. Therefore, since in between there are not a vertex, these are the not vertex, therefore this graph H is disconnected. Now we calculate the how many component in graph H. Since we see that the graph, this graph is connected, also this graph is connected, therefore these two are component, and hence a graph H has exactly 2 component. Okay. Now next we see the equivalent definition of connected graph. In previous example or previous definition of component, we remember that, or we said that if graph G is connected, then it has only one component, or equivalently we say that if in any graph has more than one component, then that graph must be disconnected graph. Now next important definition or equivalent theorem that gives an information that necessary and sufficient condition for a connected graph G. Now we detail study that necessary and sufficient condition of connected graph G. We see the statement a graph G is connected if and only if for every partition of its vertex set V of G into two non-empty subset V1 and V2, there exists an edge of graph G with one end vertex in V1 and other in V2. That is, we say that a graph is connected if and only for every partition. For each partition of vertex set, that vertex set there exists an edge having and one end vertex in one partition and other in V2, or equivalently or conversely. Now we first prove the if part. If part is, suppose that graph G is connected, then we have to prove that for any partition of vertex set V of G into two non-empty subsets V1 and V2, there exists an edge with one end vertex in V1, other end vertex in V2. Now suppose that graph G is connected and partition V1 and V2 of vertex set G such that there is no edge of G with one end vertex in V1 and other in V2. This is our assumption. If such thing is possible, then we consider a vertex at V1, vertex at V2 in which there is no edge between joining the vertex at V1 and vertex at V2. For this, we find out the induced subgraph. Induced subgraph by V1, induced subgraph by V2. That is a graph induced by V1 called as G of V1 and graph induced by V2 called as G of V2 of graph G. Then by using the induced subgraph definition, every edge of graph G either lies in G of V1 or G of V2 and all that edges are in the form of G of V1 union G of V2 and equivalently these are the induced subgraph. Therefore, G can be formed as the union of these two induced subgraphs, that is G equals to G induced by V1 union G induced by V2. That is G is disjoint union of two subgraphs, but it is contradiction since our assumption is that there exists an partition V1 V2 of vertex set G such that there is no edge of G with one end vertex in V1, other end vertex in V2 and G is connected. But we have the assumption is that from that assumption we have conclusion is that G is disjoint union of two of its subgraph, which equivalently say that G is connected, but our assumption which is contradiction to the assumption of our graph. Hence our assumption is wrong. Hence every partition V of G into non-empty disjoint subset V1 and V2 there exists an edge of G with one end vertex in V1 and other in V2. Now see the converse part. Conversely suppose that every partition V of G into a non-empty subset V1 and V2 there exists an edge of graph G with one end vertex in V1 and other in V2. Now claim is to prove that graph G is connected. If possible, suppose that graph G is disconnected. Now we recall the definition. Graph G is disconnected. Hence, G can be expressed as vertex disjoint union of its subgraphs. That is, graph is separated. That is, graph can be written as union of two disjoint subgraphs. That is, we form a separation since graph G is disconnected. Or we say that there does not exist an edge joining vertex of G1 and vertex of G2. Means we forms a separation. V of G1 and V of G2 of vertex set of graph G. Hence, there does not exist an edge of G with one end vertex in V of G1 and other in V of G2 by using equivalent definition. But this is contradiction since our assumption is that there exists an edge between one end vertex in V1 other in V2. Hence, our assumption that is G is disconnected is wrong and hence G must be connected in second part. And hence we prove the necessary and sufficient condition for an connected graph. But it is rare use for an solving an example or checking that whether the graph is connected or not. It is only enough to find there exists a path between every two vertices of graph G or not. Now here next we see that the next theorem says that if graph G has exactly two vertices of odd degree, then there must exist a path between that two vertices. Okay. To see the proof, suppose graph G has exactly two vertices of odd degree, say U and V. That is, both vertices U and V is of odd degree. If graph G is connected, then by definition of connected graph, between any two vertices there always exists a path. Therefore, between U and V there always exists a path, and hence proof of theorem is over. But in second case, if graph G is not connected, that is disconnected graph. If graph G is disconnected, then it has more than one component. Now without loss of generality, we consider that graph G is disconnected and it has two components. Therefore that component says that G1 and G2. Now using the definition of component of G1 and G2 are itself an connected graphs. Okay. Now next again possibility that if both the vertices U and V lies in either G1 or lies in either G2, if both vertices U and V in G1 and G1 is component, then clearly G1 is connected and there exists an path and theorem is over. Same for G2, if both vertices are in G2, then we prove the theorem. Now only cases remain that if one vertex in one component and other in other component, that is, suppose U belongs to G1 and V is in vertex set of G2. U belongs to vertex set of G1 and V belongs to vertex set of G2 or corresponding components. Now in graph G says that all vertices except that two vertices U and V is of even degree. Okay. Now suppose U belongs to G1 and in G1 all remaining vertices are the vertices from graph G, and given that vertices in the graph G are of even degree except U, that is in G1 it is a graph in which only one vertex is of odd degree, which is U, and all remaining vertices is of even degree. But which is contradiction? We cannot find a graph in which only one vertex of odd degree and other remaining vertices is of even degree, since we prove the theorem that in any graph G there are even number of vertices of odd degree. Therefore such a construction of G1 is not possible. Same for G2, only V vertex of odd degree and other vertices of even degree, it is not impossible. Therefore we in any situation U and V cannot lies in distinct component, both lies in either G1 or in G2, and G1 and G2 both are connected. Therefore there always exists an path between U and V, and hence prove the theorem that if graph G has exactly two vertices of odd degree, then there must exist a path between these two odd degree vertices. Okay, hence prove the theorem.